everybody and welcome to Illustrator named Casper. Today I have a special guest with me, Mathias, my good friend, and also a keen illustrator and painter.
Thanks for having me.
You can check out his work on Instagram, there's a link here in the bio. Today we're going to turn this piece of paper here into an old school map.
We're doing this map because we want to do an event for a friend, and we thought it would be funny to have an old school map to guide him through a fun day we are planning.
On the table you can see some of the sketches that we already did.
Casper has done a lot of prep work and have already weathered this piece of paper.
Wait a minute. Let's just walk people through how you can weather a piece of paper. So now it's time for doing the inking part. What do you want to start with?
You'll do the outline of the map, and you will do some of the waves and some of the landscapes.
Cool.
And then maybe you can do the Loch Ness.
I'll do the Loch Ness.
And then I'll try to do some of the other odd bits around the map, like some of the text and the banner with the name on it, and maybe the compass.
So grab a cup of coffee or whatever you fancy, and then just tag along as we draw.
Yeah, enjoy.
Mathias goes first. He starts out with inking all the names on the map. Our friend who's getting the map is a big fantasy fan and loves things like Tolkien and Game of Thrones. In fact, he read all of them. So we translated all these names that are Danish areas on the island to English, which turned out to be really fun. Having all names inked, I begin to draw up the landscape, starting with the edges of the island. One of the wonderful things about inking a sketch is the feel of just following the line that's already there. There's a kind of soothing feeling about it. Onwards to the trees. They are drawn quite simple, small pointy and fluffy circles with a small trunk beneath them. Here it's only a plus if they don't look exactly the same. To give the trees a sense of texture and shade, I add some vertical hatchings on the tree crowns. Adding some waves around the outline of the island will underline the difference between land and the sea on the map, and it's surprising how much it affects the map really. Time for the fun part, and yay, I get to ink the Loch Ness monster! I want to freestyle a bit over Mathias' sketch, giving it a nostril and a more outraged expression. Back to Mathias, and now it's time for the vignette. the banner and the anchor that kind of highlights the name of the island, a very important element of the map. He makes some vertical hatchings so we get a sense of the banner's three-dimensionality. Notice how he changes direction with the hatchings going horizontal. Also they curve, following the curve of the banner. This has a nice effect, we think. And also the anchor gets some hatchings. And Mathias has another trick up his sleeve, the good old cast shadow, and it works perfectly here. Mathias begins to ink the guy in the corner who blows wind, because we all know that wind is produced by this fella blowing in the corner of the world. I think it's no wonder that sailors have seen mermaids through the time. It's possible that they could have been eating some food which most likely have been moldy and therefore possibly hallucinatory. Combine that with the sight of a large fish fin and I think you have it. Mathias and I knew that we needed to have a mermaid in here.
Jeg synes bare, det var sjovt.
Jeg synes, den er vildt god. Jeg synes, den er vildt god. Altså, hun kunne også godt være lidt bælgeøjet, faktisk.
Ja, det gør det.
Okay, so the Loch Ness monster was really fun to draw, but I think Mathias is going to have even more fun with the Kraken. It has often been depicted as a huge octopus, although I also think that it's sometimes depicted as a huge whirlpool in the water. Now I mentioned the joy of inking over a sketch, but see here how Mathias starts freestyling and going in other directions than the sketch. He has the courage to look a bit past the sketch and add even more swirling to the arms here. That's also a joy in drawing, to go beyond what you already sketched. Okay, something that is a must for a map, a compass. Mathias made this sketch here of an old school compass, also known as a windrose, I think. By inking the 4 points solid, it gives a nice graphic touch to the compass.
North, south, northwest.
After adding the rest of the directions of the compass, Mathias decides to put some homes on the map, and I agree it looks a bit bare. So kind of giving this map a bit more details here. One final touch I need to have in here, some hatchings along the whole coastline to illustrate the terrain of the land sloping upwards. After having inked the sketch, you can carefully lift off some of the pencil lines, but not too much because you risk lifting off the coffee. And here we have it, an old school map of Thor's Island.
When the twilight is gone, when the twilight is gone, when the twilight is gone.
Thank you so much for watching out there. This was so much fun, and definitely not the last time that I will team up with Mathias, aka MATK.ART. Till next time, people, have fun drawing.